All right, hi everyone. So this video is going to be about how to set up and solve rational word problems. Okay, so this first one's talking about business cards. All right, and it's going to cost $18 for the machine, and then a certain amount per card. Okay, now if you see a problem that says the word average, okay, average has a particular kind of formula. Basically, we're going to look at the total cost, right, per card, so like money, and then divide it by the in this case x, which is the number of cards. Okay, so let's think about what could represent that cost per card up top, that total cost. No matter what, I have to pay that 18 bucks to use the machine, and then 15 cents per card. So like for example, if I said how much would it cost to make one card, I'd throw one into the x. 15 cents times one is 15 cents, add 18 bucks, it'd be 18.15. That's the cost, exact cost for one card. But where we talk about this average, we got to divide it by the number of cards, and that's going to change because that's x, right? If we print two cards, we're going to divide by two. If we print 20 cards, we're going to divide by 20, so on and so forth. So average is the total cost of each card up top divided by the number of cards. So in this case, the answer is going to be B. Okay. Now, let's pretend there was another question here and said, if you print 200 cards, what would the average cost be? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to plug 200 into each X and see what I get. So when I do 15 cents times 200, I get 30. So $30 plus 18. So the top would be 48. And then I divide it by 200. That actually comes out to be a nice 24 cents per card. So the more cards you print, the less expensive they get. Okay. Now, if I said, okay, we want the average to be 10 cents per card. If I tell you the average, that's where it's going to be plugged into. Your choices are plugging it into either the X's, which would be the number of cards, or plugging the average right into the average spot. Okay. So let's take a look at another example. Let's jump to my slide number 3 here. Okay. Okay, so this one very similar, except instead of business cards, it's going to be printer for a photo printer. Okay, so the average cost per print or per photo is the 240 bucks for the machine, and then $3 per photo. But it's talking about average, so I'm going to divide it by the number of photos that I want. So the first thing is, can I set this up? Now we got to look at and say what the question gives us. Okay. It's saying how many photos will I need to print in order for this $3.48 to be the average. So that gives me average. I'm going to throw that 348 right into the average spot. Okay. Now I have no multiple fractions. I don't have anything like that. I have two fractions equal to each other, so I can cross multiply. So $3.48 x equals 240 plus 3x, which is times by 1, but I don't put that because 1 times anything is that thing itself. And now I'll subtract the x's over to get 0.48x equals 240. And when I divide by 48 cents, I'm going to get 500. So what that means is I have to print 500 cards for that to be the average cost. Okay? So it's again, it's not too bad solving wise in terms of these. It's just can I set up the original equation and can I figure out where to plug in? So you have a couple choices into the x's or into the average spot. All right, thanks for watching everyone.